Howdy, welcome back to the Comic Vault. Today's episode is going to be a bit different. Sheridan went to a book...
Do you want me to explain it?
Yes.
I went to Clunes Booktown. It's basically an event in the Victorian town of Clunes, and they have, God, I wouldn't even know how many books, thousands of books that sold by different sellers, all secondhand, and there's heaps of comics.
So she's bought about $100, $50?
No, about all 45.
Okay,
45.
so about $50 worth of comics. And I have no idea what she's bought. She doesn't really have much of an idea of what she's bought. And we're just going to go through it. I'm going to guess how much she paid for them.
See if I got ripped off.
And we're going to actually look up how much they're worth as well. But it should be a bit of fun.
One thing that made it tricky is there's barely any service there. So to just simply Google the name to even find out just a slight idea of what it will be worth is like 10 minutes of time. So some of them I just went, that looks good, that looks good. Anyway, let's get into it.
Cool. I've got my laptop out of shot, so I'll be looking up the prices of things after we've gone through them.
All right, shut your eyes because I want to show the audience first.
Okay.
As we go along. Okay, I'm going to try to do it in order of when I got them. Oh, God. Okay, shut your eyes. This was the first one I came across. Just tap it. I didn't think there would be many comics, so that makes sense why I thought, I have to get anything I see. So...
Giant Superman album number 13.
I remember the giant ones don't necessarily have more value, but I liked that it was the 30th edition of, I think, Superman?
Yeah, 30th anniversary, so it means it'll be from like the mid-60s.
It's
I would imagine.
The quality is very low. There's not even any colour in it, if you want to show.
Well, on the bright side, I was expecting, when it said album, I was expecting some random sticker book or something.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it is a comic book, I like that.
It's so old, right?
It's gonna be about 60 years old, I reckon.
And this was the Australian one, because see how it says Dubbo, New South Wales. So this was Australian, which makes it even less value. And I realised that. Yeah, I knew that. Like I slowly realised afterwards.
I'm gonna guess that you paid $3 for it.
Gotta get my phone one moment. I just realised.
Okay, so my theory is that you've paid $3 and it's worth maybe $2. What'd you pay?
Apparently I paid $8.
Okay.
I'm realising now this was the first one I got.
Yeah.
So we almost need a tally going of like, am I losing money? Am I
gonna put a tally.
Yeah.
This isn't just a... Yeah. There you go. So I think overpay. Probably about a $5 overpay on it. Just in the condition mostly, because it looks like it's snapping in half. There's like a big tear break on the side.
It's super aged. How old is it?
Frailed on the front. Sorry, I never said exactly, but 60 years, I would say. And the fact that it's Australian, just the collectability of Australian comics is very low.
1969.
69, so 53 years old.
Yeah.
There you go.
That makes sense. But
What part of that makes sense?
It looks old, but it could be kept in better condition, yes.
Yes. That was a bit of a ripped off.
Yes. So what happened is by the end, I then took everything out and I look back at that one like, what did I do?
Okay,
like,
so is that...
This is in order. I'm doing it in order of purchasing.
Oh, okay.
So I get smarter as I go. Maybe.
Okay.
The next one is it.
Oh, gosh.
What?
I'm just nervous. Don't know what you've done. Like, just to pull you back to how much I tend to buy. When I go to a comic book convention, not a book festival, I'll buy 3 comic books on average. So that's how picky I am when it comes to...
And I got 13.
There we go.
Alright. Shut your eyes. Next one. Go to them focus. This is again a risky one. Risky business. Here you go.
Thank you. Better.
Yeah.
Better. You've got the scribbles all over the book.
Yeah, at the top.
So you've got the 50 cents crossed out, 55 cents, October, 25 cents. I love that we've got J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, that's why
on
I
the
got it,
cover.
because I know you like him.
Yeah, there's a big fat water stain here, or I hope it's water. You know, you've got the staples are pulling out. There's another water stain up here on the back. But the colours are bright. It's pretty bright colour-wise.
100%. 100%.
Ooh. That's not a water stain. That's an adhesive spill from
Ooh.
a little bit of sticky tape, which is, it's not actually being used to stick anything together, but the residue of the adhesive has leaked into the back of the comic book. And I don't know, you'll never be able to see that. And that was just from having a loose bit of old sticky tape.
Isn't that interesting?
As weird as that is.
I reckon this one's still quite old. It's definitely bolder though, that one.
This
pastel.
is 41 years old. So this is a 1981 comic. But this is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I would guess in this condition you probably paid $4. But let me just check what it's worth. So it's from the 1976 Spectacular Spider-Man series run, which is a fun run. There's some really cool... It's kind of when Spider-Man, in my opinion, started really coming into his own. Mm-hmm. And this is issue number 57. So there's over 250 issues in this one. And it's probably worth about $5, maybe a bit less. So maybe $4.
I got it for $3.
Okay.
Profit.
Sure, I'll give you $1 profit there.
I knew at times it might be $1 profit, and I still thought it was.
And that's only asking, not actual sale price. So yeah, it probably is worth $3 or $4. Let's, for argument's sake, say this is $4 because I don't want to hurt you too much.
It was so addictive. Like I could have gone much further. If I had a budget of $500, I probably would have spent it. Like, I was very addicted.
Now, can I ask, did you get this from the same person as the Superman comic?
No.
Okay.
Different person.
Okay.
So that one was single. It was the same room, but yeah, different seller.
Yeah. Okay. No, I like that one. I like J. Jonah Jameson having a little tussle fight on the cover.
I thought it was just a fun
fun
idea. It's something I'd never seen before. Alrighty. Cool. This is from the same buyer. Seller.
You're the same buyer.
I'm the same buyer. Don't look at these.
I'm not looking.
Why did I get this again? I don't know why I got this.
The Amazing Spider-Man 283.
I think I like the black suit. Maybe.
I love the black suit. First thing I'm noticing is smudge over the price here. It's kind of like someone scribbled it, and in the past few years it's kind of rubbed off. Oh, that's crayon or something.
Yeah, I reckon a kid got in there and just...
No, it's not a kid. No? So this will be a seller because they've scribbled out the price and written $160 up here.
Oh my god, I hate that.
So it's someone... it happens in half of comic books, I reckon. At some point, someone who didn't realise the worth of it scribbled out the 10-year-old price and wrote the modern day price and just figured, yeah, stuff it. It's got the same stuff on the inside. That's all kids want, right?
It smells good.
So this is a 1986 comic. The Amazing Spider-Man 283. Game Over Webhead.
There were so many from this series. Like, there was a stack of them, and I just picked some that I liked.
The Absorbing Man, TM, and Titania, TM, versus The Amazing Spider-Man, R. just saying. So my guess is you probably paid... You said the same seller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've paid $3 for this one as well. Mm-hmm. And I would say, total rough call, it's probably worth... This is actually in nice condition, other than the little scribble of crayon.
It is a little bit.
It's I would say it's
pretty
probably
contained.
a very fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's neat. The colours are extremely bold.
Considering this is how it was packaged, all three of these were just loose in a stack of other magazines.
Are they all loose?
No.
Okay.
I thought they would all be. So again, you can see how then I went,
Super clean though.
Yeah, that's why it was surprising. And it was Marvel's 25th anniversary.
That'll be for the whole year, most likely.
I always fall for that.
Yeah. Nah, don't get sucked into their little
I did.
things. I know. So yeah, I reckon you paid $3 and I reckon it's worth, I want to say 4 as well.
Okay, let's have a look.
Yep, we'll have a look. Some of them in conditions pretty similar to this are going for as high as $15.
Yeah.
And as low as 7. As low as 3. Although that looks like.
But then
it's
the postage.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, I thought
not
that
where
was
it's being sold.
Oh, I thought that was a trickery. So people try to. Oh, I fell for that trickery more than I. Anyway.
What?
I looked at the postage quite a bit and was like,
So the postage is to get to you. Most of these were sold in America, where the postage would have been a couple bucks.
I was surprised though because I wasn't logged in. So I'm thinking, how do they know where I am? Or is it just an estimate, I guess?
It knows where you are.
Even if I'm not signed in. Oh, yeah, of course it does, location.
So I'm gonna give it $5 in terms of its value.
Okay.
Just because it's pretty easy to sell things at, that $3 or $5 mark. Most people probably wouldn't pay $6 for an Amazing Spider-Man, which I don't think it's a key of any kind.
Yeah, we should have looked up if the other one was a key as well. Oh, we would have known.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I like key stuff.
Okay.
This is becoming a long video, but it's fun. That's not it, is it?
And it was number 57 is not a key.
Okay, yeah, good to know.
I don't think it's a key.
Yeah, you probably would have seen it before.
Stop spitting on the comic.
You probably would have seen it before.
First cameo appearance of Mongoose, a part man, part mongoose villain.
That sounds awesome.
So it has the first cameo appearance of Mongoose.
Is it the new Throg? Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
That's a nice one though. I liked that one. It maybe had a bit too much scribble on it.
Yeah, oh.
Do they all have scribble on them?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. This one. Why'd I get this one? Oh, yeah, no, I know I got this one. I think I fell for marketing again, but there are elements of it I don't like.
Spider-Man and the Watcher.
I saw the Watcher and I was like,
interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, so my first disappointment is that it's entirely taped.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yep. This is the first time you're noticing?
I'm in a crowd and you're like shuffling.
Not how that works. Okay.
You just hand over the money and then you've got it and it's very intense.
Yeah. So it's 1982, 40-year-old comic. I love the Spider-Man Watcher crossover. I love that it's a Christmas issue.
Exactly. I thought that was fun. And that's why when you mentioned
it is very heavily taped, even on the first page.
You purchased a Christmas edition or something last night.
So the cover's detached on the bottom staple, which is why the tape's there.
It's very necessary tape.
Yep. So in terms of quality, I'd give it because of the tape, probably a good.
Okay.
Which is like a 2.0.
Yeah. Thought it'd be something quite low.
But I like it. I like the content. I like the colours are still quite bold.
Yeah, surprising actually.
It's got mad, whatever you call it, when the paper on the side is totally coming apart.
Yeah, and like folding.
To the point where they've even gone and put sticky tape on the edges
this side
of the cover to protect.
Someone likes this. They're really
cover from falling apart. It's in pretty shoddy condition. But the content's all very readable. There's no part of it that's being in any way damaged to a point where it's not visible. There's nothing like a hole going through the whole front. Someone's just tried to repair it really sloppily.
Yeah.
And someone's bought it not realizing that. Same seller?
Yes.
Okay, so you got it for $3 again.
Mm-hmm.
Just because sellers are They're so consistent with their
100%.
prices and
There's
stuff.
always a little sign.
I'm gonna say it's worth $2.
Alright,
That's
let's look
my
it up.
guess.
I thought it was key, just
So
it's fun.
it's Marvel team up. I love a Marvel team up.
Yeah, I fell for the Watcher and didn't look at it other than that.
No, you gotta have a.
It's all Christmas.
You've got to have a good. I do love a good Christmas comic.
That's why it was funny when you bought a Christmas comic last night. Much more Christmassy.
Sleigh Bells is what I bought.
And I was
just
like,
in case.
yeah, true.
So Marvel team up, the 1972 series, I believe. And we're gonna scroll to what's this, number 127, which is not a key issue. That's fine. It doesn't have to be a key issue for it to be money
The Mongoose one
specifically.
was fun though.
The first cameo of Mongoose. What a random one. So Marvel team up.
What's this?
What's that?
Or is it staining? Like the darkness? Or is it the...
No, that'll be the ink.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, sorry.
Please be worth more than $3.
I don't think you're gonna get more than $3 out of it. So my guesstimate was 2 in good condition, which is maybe even a little optimistic for this one, but okay. So in fine condition, it's selling for $6.
Double profit. That's fine.
That's in fine.
Oh, I lost money. Never mind. Had to have.
In very good, similar comics are selling for $4. In people aren't even selling them in this lower condition.
It's unique. It's really
It's
unique.
unique.
Even though you can damage any comic if you try.
It's seen some stuff.
Some people were buying magazines that looks like this on purpose at this Booktown because it looked antique.
So I'm gonna stick with my $2 and say that
Damn.
from an entertainment perspective alone, this is worth something. If the Watcher does come into the Spider-Man series, maybe it'll
You'll
pick
kick
up
yourself.
its
It's
value.
covered in tape though. It frustrates you even more.
It's very strange that it's so heavily covered in tape.
Yeah, I paid $3. You are correct.
The corners are completely folded.
Yeah, all of
this
them are. It's
bottom.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. But yeah, so this was, I'm going to call this a dollar loss.
Ooh, okay, that's right. I'll gain it back. I'll try to get to
But it's
0
not,
again.
It's not just, I want to iterate that it's not just about the value of the comics, it's also the content that's in them. So I'm going to actually read this. I'm going to physically get to hold it, which I can't say about some of my other comics where
That was
"Oh my
part
God,
of the
it's in
reason.
too pristine of a condition. I don't want to touch it." This is not in pristine condition.
Exactly. Focus on that while I show them this one. This one, you can see why I got it. I can't not sound pervy, but you can see why I got it. But there's also a lot of reasons why.
I really want
like
to guess that it's Black Cat.
No. There's a few reasons, but it's also because I think you'd like it. I'll wait till you're done though. With your unfolding. How many people have done that?
Yes.
All of you.
Does anyone else ever buy a comic and it has like all of its corners folded, so you fold them all back, hoping that it might correct itself one day and come out not as folded?
Oh my god, the way it's split.
Yeah, it's pretty torn.
It's fine.
It's in some pretty rough shape.
You will understand by the end why I kicked myself looking back at these. Because it was the first shop. This was the first shop I went into. I got caught up in it. Ready for the next one?
Yes, I'm ready for the next one. Lovely. Yeah, she's got a great ass. Good calves.
I know.
Look at those calves.
And I just love, like, Spider-Woman's someone I didn't know was a thing until recently.
Beware the Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that this is from Spider-Woman, not a series called Beware the Spider-Woman.
Yeah. Like, would know about that.
But it's cool. I don't mind it at all.
I
in
just like
terms
the
of
idea
cover.
of Spider-Woman. It's just fun.
She's hot. She's banging. I've got Spider-Woman #1.
Yeah, and I think you might have purchased another one last night.
No, I was going
Oh,
to,
you were going to.
but figured I wouldn't.
That's right, you've got another one.
Yep,
To add to the collection. Imagine if this is how I spent my money. I just bought you comics everywhere.
So the condition of it's okay. It's got a few water stains going on. Nothing serious.
They've written on the cover as well.
There's a very slight, marking on the cover. I'm just looking for sticky tape because you seem to have not noticed sticky tape on any of these. There's a bit of a watermark / tear on the back. I'd call it very good minus very good.
Okay.
So probably about a 3, is that 4? 4.0? Maybe a bit, about that. Yeah, slight mark there with the price of 35 cents is marked up to 40, which is annoying because it says still only 35 cents and they've crossed that out and they wanted the extra 5 cents. Like,
I do agree.
How much was 5 cents worth back then?
Yeah, I know.
That it was worth just scribbling on the thing you're selling.
Yeah, it is a bit funny.
So it's a 1978 comic, I can tell you that much. And it is from the Spider-Woman series. It's not a specific series. Mm-hmm. Did you get it from the same people? So $3?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd say that in this condition, it's got some scratches on the front, where it looks like other books might have been rubbed on it over time. Like it's probably been in someone's collection or maybe like in a library or something, where it just got handled a lot. I'm going to say it's worth probably $3.
Yeah, I just bought it for what it's worth, you know?
I think so. So my comic shop have it for $3.40 in this condition. But that's US.
Okay.
So that's a positive.
That is a positive. Making up for what I did over there with the other ones. It'd be funny if I just got to 0 in the end and it was like, okay.
There's a fine that sold for 23.
There's not that many.
No, there won't be. There's 5 that, like Spider-Woman 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, which sold for 63. What I should also check is this something that has any keys? For checking keys, I tend to go to Key Collector Comics and double check there. They don't have an exclusive, like they're not always correct, but it's always good to check somewhere at the very least. So I do actually have the number 1 of this specific series.
That's so fun.
Yeah. I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that is good.
Which is the new costume and origin of Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, who this is.
I love the webbing under the arms. It's cool.
This is not a key of any kind.
That's right.
But I'd say it is because look at that ass.
Exactly. That's what I meant. I sounded like a perv.
Look at that ass.
Exactly. Thank you.
So I'm going to call it pretty even on that one and say it's worth what you pay. It's about a $3 comic in that condition.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I'm glad. I don't actually want them to be worth a lot for my sake. I just know how guilty and weird you're going to feel about it.
Exactly. You get it.
But I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Exactly.
This is fun.
Let me just find them. Okay, I have the next one.
Yeah.
Look away, I'll show the camera. I really like the cover of this. You can see it's in plastic too. It's in plastic.
Ooh, a Superman in Action Comics. So that'll be an Action Comics comic.
Yeah.
1991.
Look at her body. It's so recent, yeah.
I'll start this off now. In terms of buying comics for their value purposes,
yeah,
the 90s is not where you go for high value.
I thought about that later on.
So it says $6 each or 2 for 10. Did you do 2 for 10 here?
Yes.
You did 2 for 10?
Yeah,
okay. I was, because sometimes these stickers don't correlate to the
Yeah,
sum.
true.
So I'm going to guess $5, which is way too much for a 90s comic that's not key. Was it key when you looked it up?
I didn't have reception for keys, no.
Okay.
I was in a building at this point.
To be fair though, it's a black cover and there's minimal, spine tears or anything. There's a couple, but overall it's actually very good. That's why you got it, isn't it?
It's partly.
She's such a perv. You know when you see like pervy comics and you're like, Ugh, the kinds of guys who would buy that.
The kind
They're
of
buying
girls.
it for their girlfriends, okay?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Who is it? The
That
thorn
is-
by his side.
That's a good question. Who is that?
She's really interesting.
I would say it's Poison Ivy. But,
Well, yeah, it looks like her.
but it's in a Superman comic, so I'm honestly not too sure.
We'll have to see if it's a key.
Okay, we'll see if it's a key. Action Comics 669 is nothing.
It's
Okay.
nothing.
What's interesting though is I recently bought Action Comics 662
Oh.
because it was the issue where Clark Kent tells Lois Lane that he's Superman.
Also, at this
One
point-
of 4 issues or so that expose that fact. But yeah, so weirdly enough, I have the issue 7 issues before this, which
Interesting.
that doesn't sound like much, but when it's issue 669,
Yeah,
it's very
it is
random.
weird.
It's a very random. Mind you, I paid about $6 for that, and that
What was the shipping though?
No, that's all up.
Okay, I won't be a smart ass then.
Yeah, lose the act.
Yeah,
buddy.
when you don't have shipping, it's a lot easier to justify getting a bunch. I actually held back a lot. That's the crazy part with all this.
Oh my gosh. I'd love to see what you rejected. It's probably something worth thousands of dollars that you're like, no, there's like, it's like got tape on it, and it's like the only one you notice.
Or I just didn't like the colours. That'll be half of it. I love the next one. It's like a piece of art.
In that condition, which I would say is very fine plus, it's a very, very neat book.
It is neat.
Probably worth about $2.50.
Okay.
So for like they're selling it on my comic shop for $2.60 US.
Yeah. That's hard to know.
Look, I'll call it $3 for you.
Okay, lost 2. It's alright.
Yeah,
About
we'll
what,
call.
though?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's you paid 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you paid 3.
At least I didn't pay 8 like that first one. What was that about?
Don't know.
I wanted to get you a comic. I didn't think there'll be any others.
What did we value that at?
It was something crazy. It was like
$3.
3, yeah.
Okay.
It's right.
Rose and Thorn. Rose and Thorn must be some girls in the Superman comics.
It looks like Poison Ivy though, doesn't it?
I'm not
Yeah.
hyper familiar with the lore of Superman.
Okay.
But there you go. So
Next
minus
one.
$2, but again, something that I'll peruse.
I love the art of this one. I don't even think I looked it up, so I would have probably gone ripped off, but the art of this one is really cool to me. I just love the colours. Okay.
Another Superman. So this will be what you bought with the other one. So
Maybe.
I'm gonna guess you paid $5. It is water stained to absolute.
This is a good educational video.
It even has what looks like the beginnings of potential mold.
Oh yeah, let's breathe it in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to breathe that in.
Spray it down.
It's honestly, feels like it's been left outside one night.
I love the colours so much on the front.
The colours on the front are beautiful.
Because it's what is it? Where is it? Linear or the linear men. Like, I don't know if it was like the power is that they, and she looks so cool. She's like half cyborg.
I agree.
This is why you do most of the money.
In a different condition, I would definitely think this is very cool.
Crazy that I didn't even. Oh, actually, I noticed it around here, but now I'm like noticing
Feel
it
it.
hardcore. I didn't open any. Does that
Feel
make sense? Oh yeah. Oh, but it's Ripple Man, so he's just. That's why the ripples there. You know, it's 3D.
Okay, so I'm going to give this in terms of a grading.
This is me bad.
The colour's beautiful still.
That's the front anyway.
Yeah, and the actual book itself, other than the water, is,
It's a
it's
shame,
near
yeah.
mint.
I literally bought it purely because of the cover, because I knew it was crap quality.
That water is just gone.
Like it was out in the rain.
It is, honestly, I'm worried to put it with my other books. It's that.
We'll keep it separate. We'll frame it.
But I have so many better comics I'd rather frame.
Yeah, I know, true. It's great.
Okay.
I'll have my own little tub.
I would assume that something like this would be worth $1. Just
That's for.
just because of its condition water-wise. I'm gonna look it up, see if it has anything going for it that might be.
Can it be the first appearance of?
It very well could be, but because it's a 90s comic, and I've never heard of the Wave Rider or the Linear Man, that they aren't sought after characters.
Fair. Yeah, they haven't done much
I
with
feel
it.
so bad. I'm like tearing apart all of your purchases.
It's fine. I'm happy to have wasted a bit of money.
So
It's
this
entertaining for you guys.
this will be the second series of Superman, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The first one being from 1939.
Okay.
And this is issue number 61, which is not a key issue, according to Key Collector Comics.
Lovely.
Yep. Which is fine. It is a very funky cover. I don't mind it. But again, the water stain is just so worrying.
Look at it from the top.
Even
It'll have to be in its own.
take a look at this though. That water stain has just rusted. See the
It's from the 90s.
the
Like,
staple? Yeah, it's terrible condition for a 90s comic. Just in terms of the water stain.
maybe this is where all those comics go.
It really
They go to Clunes to die.
it really wouldn't matter for me what this comic was with,
If it was in
with
this condition.
much
Yeah,
water.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna have to be in its own little tub. That could be my tub of the stuff that will infect yours. Which is most of these so far. I want to find one that's good enough to put into your collection. That's the challenge.
Well, I don't mind the
Don't mind.
no, like the Amazing Spider-Man and the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay, okay,
They're both pretty good,
okay.
so I'll give you those. Regardless of the fact that you might have overpaid for them.
The ego I had walking around. I was saying to my friend, I reckon this is worth $20. I've looked into it and
What were you pointing at, sorry?
anything, like just a whole bunch. I was going 30, 50, I'm making a profit here. I did not have much time and I was
Yeah.
rushing.
Get a load
You
of
have
this
to do it properly, good internet, prior research helps. If you were there, it would have been amazing actually, because you could have called me out on most of these. I might have come home with one.
So in very fine condition, which this is not, this is probably good, maybe good to very good, just which is 2 to 4.
Yeah.
Specifically and only because this water stain is just
Is it like 50 cents?
like every page is rippled, and when I say
Ripple man.
like the water has kind of
Yeah.
caused it to
You can see the
come
wave
together.
on the side. There we go. There we go. A little wavy.
So I'm gonna say it's a 3.0, which is a G/VG.
I love the positive language they use. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they even call fair is like a 1 or something.
I wish our grading at school was like that. Would have been good for the self-esteem.
You did good, which means you got 20%. Yeah, so very fine, which is 8, and this is a 3. Very fine sells for $2 US.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna say that this is worth 50 cents, and I'll give you $1. You know, we'll call it $1 because
Nice.
you're right. The color is nice. The book is shapely.
At a distance.
There's no
it's nice.
tears. It's, you know, but it will, in time, only get worse.
I can't even imagine what that will look like in 50 years.
Yeah, it won't age.
It won't
well.
exist.
No, the staple rusting is it's
It'll
gonna-
wrap a Christmas present in.
It'll definitely infect it all. I'm gonna keep it in this plastic box for the rest of its life.
Fair. Alrighty. Let me see.
So yeah, sorry for the $4 loss on that one.
You didn't do it. It's fine.
I didn't
Right.
make things worth what they were.
Exactly. Okay, look away. Did you see?
But I did ask you to buy some stuff for
Yeah.
fun.
Exactly.
Why'd you get that one?
I recognize it, and either you own it, or I've seen it before, or they all look very similar to this.
Then it's either Spider-Man or Wolverine.
Do you own this?
I don't think so, but honestly, that is an amazing cover.
It's so cool, right? I thought you'd like
I'm
the
a big
art.
fan.
It's really nice condition too.
Very nice. I'm
Well,
going to
not very
assume it's a
nice, but yeah.
mid-90s comic. It is 1993.
Yeah, I know. But the actual, I like the...
The drawing is very cool. I don't need it to say Valio Death on the bottom.
It helps you find it when you're Googling it though. That one, I stood there for probably 10 minutes trying to find. I really struggled.
Really?
Something about the name, there's very limited information on this.
What, on Wolverine?
On this, because there's so many Wolverine, like when I put in 67, I couldn't find it. And then I put in the years and I struggled, you can probably find it straight away, but...
So, assuming that it's 1993, it'll be from Wolverine's first series, not his first limited series, which is, there's only 4 of. It'll be from his first ongoing series, which is 1988, and there was somewhere between 150 and 200 of those. And this one is... So in this condition is... It's very fine plus. It is a very, very nice comic.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And it was loose, again.
One of the only things I'm looking at is that it was $5, wasn't it?
How do you know? There's a different seller.
Because if I look close enough, there's a little pencil mark up here that says...
You don't know when that was written.
$5.
You don't know when that was written.
But there is no way that you paid more than $5 for this.
Okay.
I hope.
Okay.
So my guess is that you paid $5, and in terms of value, I would guess it's probably worth about $5.
Okay.
It's a beautiful
That's
cover.
why I bought it. I love the cover.
Yeah, Wolverine, he doesn't look this cool on half of his covers, so it's a really nice one.
Yeah, it's very... He looks more superhero-y than man.
I big time like it.
Yeah, I knew you'd like this. That's why I thought you'd own it. But then you don't own many 90s, so that's why.
No, and
Yeah.
if I do own a Wolverine comic from the 90s, it's key. It'll be...
This might be a key. No, you'll recognise it. I reckon you'd recognise it if it was a key though, wouldn't you?
Not guaranteed.
Okay.
Because it could be a minor key as well, which is...
Let's look out for a minor key though.
Like a minor key is where, something like, Weapon X's mentor, just random stuff where, it might be a character's cousin came to town and they turned into a villain for one comic and they never became mainstream. So this is Wolverine 67. It is not considered a key in any regard by Key Collector Comics. That doesn't mean it's not good.
Tell me if it is in the comments.
My comic shop have very fine, which I would say this is very fine plus. This is... it's
weird seeing comics so new, right?
every part of it.
Even the ads and stuff, it's very... Who is she? Just a montage of me being a perv.
We're just looking at some chick's ass, if you would, please.
This is the page we turned onto. Who is she? Let us know.
Yeah, so I would say it's worth about $5.
All right, came out even, nice.
Yeah.
And I just love the art. I knew you'd like it.
I do. I really love
It's
that.
really unusual. I don't even know how to explain what you like about it, but I knew you would.
No, it's very funky. Everything about that is a very nice cover.
Nice.
So thank you.
Not a problem.
And good one for buying fair value.
Okay, look away. This one, I'm even more confident that you own this or we've looked at it before because
Own it?
I don't know, I've seen this before, but again, it's probably 90s. But I've seen this before. Somehow.
Ooh.
Why have I seen this? I haven't seen that many.
I definitely don't own this. Because again, it's from the Wolverine series where I think I own number 1 of this series. But I don't own much more. Before I get excited, I have to check that there's no random things going on the inside. And if you paid $5 for the other one, I'm going to assume that you got this from the exact same place and paid $5 as well.
Yeah.
And I would assume it's worth $5.
Okay.
Which
I want to know what was happening as well. It's so interesting watching him look so like disappointed. Like it was just kind of a random little scene.
It's got writing on the inside.
Oh, it has.
Just some pencil. Like honestly, if I was good enough with an eraser, I could probably make that majority disappear without any effect.
Yeah.
I don't bother, but the colours are super bold and stuff. There is some sort of spillage or some marking at the top, so it's not a very fine plus. It's maybe very fine. And again, it's worth $5.
Isn't it interesting how they're all like how some are in tape? I mean, some are in like they were all preserved really differently. Every single place.
They're gonna be.
Yeah, it was just
Different
interesting.
They have different ideas of how to preserve things.
This one I know nothing about, but I love the art so much that I would just like it was for me in that sense.
Okay.
You'll get it. It's not pervy this time. It's not pervy.
I'm sure.
It's not pervy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I would have this painted. Oh my god, I love it.
Ooh.
It's so pretty.
Very nice.
I just love the colours. Like that's like something I want. Like.
And again,
displayed.
this has been kept in the same way because it has the exact same marking on the top.
Interesting. So it must have
And
been
I presume
the same.
it will, have the same pencil on the inside. So another $5 copay. Yeah, it's probably a very fine. Number 57. Death in the Family, number 3.
Yeah.
It is, it's worth about $5 as well. It is the death of Mariko Yoshida, the fiance of Wolverine.
Yeah, I knew it was the death of like his lover.
Yeah,
I found
so
that and I was like, oh, I don't
you know Wolverine Origins, where he goes to Japan?
Yeah.
Kind
of.
That's where he meets what's her face.
Yeah. Oh, just the idea of that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's always hard to watch Wolverine seeing the people he loves die.
Yeah.
I think.
It's amazing though, the colours, I was like, even if we just framed it, I was a big fan.
It's very, very nice. The colours are beautiful. And the premise is beautiful.
Oh my god, I was so obsessed with the cover. I didn't even look up the price on this one.
So there you go. It is a minor key.
Yeah. Yay.
And it's worth what you pay.
Yay.
Another good job.
I was getting better as I went on.
For me, it's more about getting nice looking books.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless they're super important books, the tattered ones are just for fun.
Yeah, which it clearly became. Look at the difference between the top and the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yellow versus white. This one is just very much up my alley in a lot of different ways, especially the colours.
Ah, some Catwoman.
It's all purple. I bought every purple comic though.
So this is from 1995, so I almost automatically assume it's worthless. That's again not the reason you buy comics. Jesus Christ, woman.
I'm trying to figure out where I got this from.
There's also a sticker on the top.
Yeah, the sticker killed me.
It says 7, but I don't think you would have paid $7 for this. I'm gonna guess that you paid. I don't think this was the same place as your Wolverine guy.
I'm honestly not sure. I don't think I wrote this one down.
Okay.
But I have
Do
a
you know
rough
roughly
idea of
how
what
much you paid?
I reckon.
Don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
But do you have an idea?
Yeah, I just didn't write that one down, I guess.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that you paid $3. And yeah, it's probably a fine plus. Oh, it's got the sticker. Yeah, fine plus. Because it's very neat. All the colours on the inside, it's all perfect. There's absolutely no damage to the edges. Fine plus isn't very good for a comic that's from 1995.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't kept in anything if I found it like that.
Sure, but it's still glossy. There's some wounds to the cover, I should say. Probably shouldn't say. But overall, it's a pretty book. Yeah, I reckon you paid $3 for it.
I'm pretty sure I did, because I don't have it written down, but I wouldn't have paid $5. Like, I felt when I was paying $5, and this I remember just going, oh, it's pretty easy.
That's why I thought so.
And when you said it was on its own, I know the order I went to the shops, and I do remember. Yeah, no, I did. It was 3. Could have even been 2. No, it was 3. It was 3. It was all physical money. That's why this is all very odd as well. Oh, actually, let me check my bank account. There was one I got. No.
So, for example, this book is being sold as very fine for $2.40 US. Similar books are being sold for $2 in fine condition, again US. But that's asking, so I'd say it's probably worth $2.
Okay.
So I'm going to take $1 off you there.
Okay.
But this is all a big learning thing. You spent $50 to learn quite a bit.
I don't even think it was that much. That's why I wanted to do this.
Are you getting much out of this?
Yes, I am.
Like, if you see sticky tape, you know it means that something's wrong with it, right?
And that you need to curb your excitement. Because I didn't go through about 6 long boxes, and I still managed to get 13. There were 6 long boxes. I thought, no, I'm gonna buy. I gotta resist. So I could have, if I didn't hold back, it would have gone bad.
Sure.
Let me see. All right. Okay. I love this one a lot. I think it's really cool.
That is cool.
It's so cool.
I'll give you that.
Like, everything about it is so nice, and I feel like the quality is really good too, in my opinion.
The quality's definitely better. There's no sticker on the front.
You can even see the way it was packaged and everything.
There's less spine wear. It hasn't been kept in with a board, so it tells me that it's can hold that.
I'm very surprised it doesn't have a board, based off the environment this one was in.
That is super schmick.
It's so pretty, right?
The gloss of that is...
I love how it goes to the edges as well.
Infinitely better than the comics that they print today. Unless you get the card stock, but the quality of paper just these days is just meh.
So this was from the comic collector. I don't know his name. I can try to find out. But he was the one who... This is his full-time job. It's buying and selling.
This is the one you had a proper chat with.
Yeah.
Yeah, her tits look amazing.
I know.
Sorry. Her body looks amazing.
Exactly. And her face, his face, it's like the action, the colours. It's just the kind of thing where I was
beautiful.
like, it looks so
it's
cool.
It's a very nice cover. So I'm going to guess that you still paid $3. Wait, this is a different guy.
This was the last guy. We haven't
So that's not the same place you got the other Catwoman from?
No.
But you happen to get 2 comics from the same series of Catwoman.
Apparently,
what are the chances of that?
It's all very odd. None of these people are connected. They're entirely different tents and people.
Okay, so one, it's not a major key of any kind. It's not a minor key of any kind. But its condition is beautiful. I'm going to assume that you paid $5.
Moment to tell you now? Or
Yeah, you tell me now.
3.
Paid $3, okay.
Which I was really surprised about.
Yeah, let's put it back.
It says 3 on the front.
Can you open... Yep. The last thing you want to do when doing this kind of stuff is get sticky tape on the cover.
Yeah, totally.
Because that will destroy the book. It won't destroy it.
I love this one so much.
Yeah, really pretty cover. Thank you. I'm going to call it as being worth probably about $3.
Okay.
Yeah, there's similar stuff. Although it's so nice, it's very fine plus. The weird thing is I'm seeing very fines on here selling for $8 US. I'm also seeing them sell for less. And it's a 1996
Yeah.
comic.
I knew they were really recent and I knew that was a big risk, but there wasn't, you know, the really old ones? There was those and then these. I couldn't find any in like the 80s, 70s. It was really random.
Yeah.
But I guess like maybe they sold them elsewhere for more. Like,
So I'm seeing them in slightly worse condition, selling for $3.50 to $4. So I'll give you $4 for it.
yay!
So you get a bonus dollar on that one.
Bonus dollar. I love this one.
And yeah, it's a very sexy
Yes.
cover.
This one is a huge risk. Just a weird risk. But
Okay.
like I was willing to take it. Okay. Look away, little one. Look away. Oh god, I just saw the quality of it up close. The light shows it off a bit, doesn't it?
Ooh, Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Booster Gold number 12. So I should add initially, when it comes to Booster Gold, I have already bought every major key of Booster Gold.
Yes.
I don't own this, so I
So we know it's
I
not.
automatically know it's not a major key.
It just fills a gap in the
I do love Booster Gold though.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I found it.
I think of the superheroes who are up and coming, Booster Gold and Nova are probably the next few who will come to fill in the boots that they should. So it's from the 86 series. It's a 1987. It's issue number 12. I have issue number 1, two copies of. One's CGC 9.6. Booster Gold number 6, Booster Gold number 13, which is the issue after this, and Booster Gold number 20.
Yeah.
I may even have the last issue of this series. Nonetheless, this one is, from the looks of it, still pretty good. Like there's an old sticker that's been torn off.
Is that on this though?
No. It's
Okay,
not.
yeah, I
That
don't
actually
think it
looks
was.
like it's
Yeah.
in the comic itself. I'm going to assume that you paid $5.
Okay.
Sorry. It's the same guy because I can tell by the sticker. Looking up close, it's glossy. The colour's actually quite nice. Again, just that leftover sticker that someone's
sticker
peeled a
residue.
price sticker off. It hasn't taken any of the colour off, but it has left some of that residue of an adhesive. So the condition's not too bad. If you look closely there,
Yeah.
there's some water staining, but only the tiniest little speck. What's that? No, that's all good. Did you, out of curiosity, before buying any, look through the book?
No.
You didn't flick through?
No, I was scared of touching.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy it and they want you to buy it, look at what you're going to buy.
My valuing was based off Googling. Okay, it's people hate this. Googling, looking at the front, and then adding the shipping at times, dumbass me, and then sort of like quartering it, was just estimating. And then if it was slightly more than what I paid, I bought it. And if I liked it.
Okay. So firstly, there's nothing wrong with measuring the value of a comic book any way you want, okay?
Yeah.
It is worth what you pay for it. Okay? So in this case, I think you've paid $5,
Okay.
but I may be wrong and you maybe paid $3, because I think that the comic book seller probably knew what he was selling and knew that it wasn't of great condition or current worth.
Yeah, this guy would have known his stuff.
So I'm gonna guess, I'll stick with 5. What'd you pay for it?
3.
You paid 3, okay. That's fine, that's good, because I think it's worth about 3.
I was in a $3 section. I only looked in there. There were some that were thousands, and I was like, turned
So
around.
I'd say it's fine to very fine, which is about a 7.0. Maybe a fine plus 6.5, which puts it being valued at about $2.50, $3. So I'll say it's worth $3. You paid about what it's worth.
Pretty much.
There's nothing. Can you hold the bottom there?
The thing I was kicking myself with is I found the official comic book stand, as I would put it, last, and then we were heading off. So I spent the least amount of time in the one that was the most important with all the best comics.
Okay.
But
did you get any from there?
well, these last two.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, of what you've bought, I'm not sure exactly what we said the values are, but I'll put it here. You definitely didn't make a profit. You made a loss.
Yeah.
I definitely could have gotten more valuable comics for the budget that you spent. That being said, did you have fun?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Good. Did you stress out about it?
Not really.
You didn't?
No, because
You're lying to me?
No, because I had a budget of like 100.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll just.
I stress out.
Well,
I'll spend $10 on a comic and be like, what the hell have I just done?
I stressed out. I felt really guilty about the first ones. As soon as I walked around and went, oh my god, there's not just shreds of paper around here. Like there's some good comics.
Yeah.
But because remember, I spent $8 on the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
Then yeah, you can understand.
So $8 on. This is something that if someone gave me as a gift, I would say thank you, and it would sit unbagged, unboarded.
Yeah. And I knew that because I know your mentality with it. I was like,
That being said, I'll enjoy getting to actually read.
yeah, exactly. There's reading ones.
I don't read too much Superman, so
Exactly.
that'll be fun.
Let's see what he's up to.
Yeah, I like the Spider-Man. I like him fighting J. Jonah Jameson. I like Amazing Spider-Man. Any Amazing Spider-Man is always nice to have. I've even gone as far as spending $2 on an Amazing Spider-Man when I was first collecting.
Yeah.
That wasn't a key issue, and the cover had fallen off, and
But you just like.
it was in so much worse condition than this.
Yay.
And so much less worth. I felt so dumb. It was essentially worse than this even.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man and Watcher team up. But again, what a cool team up. What a weird one.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Spider-Woman, I love that ass.
Exactly.
Superman, it'll be fun to read some Superman. And maybe burn this one because I don't want it tainting the rest of my comics. The Wolverine comics, really clean, really nice, really fun. I have a few Wolverine comics. Yeah, you got the death of Yoshida,
Something like that.
something along those lines. You got the Catwomans, which I know are more for you than they are for me.
Yeah. That was amazing.
I know, you just want to be her, I think.
Yeah.
And the Booster Gold, who I love as well. So thank you very much.
It's okay.
It's been really fun. And thanks for tuning in to
Can
this
learn a
comic
lot
club.
from my mistakes, which not enough of that is on the internet, I imagine. People don't show their failures in the early days.
No, well, I think the main thing is that there's not enough people who are willing to admit that they spent a lot on worthless crap.
Exactly.
And thank you for being able to admit it.
Exactly.
You probably paid probably 40% more than you should have for all these comics altogether.
Yeah, the ego I had. I thought I made $30 profit on some of them. I don't know. It's because I was including shipping. I don't know why. I thought it was like.
No, never include shipping when you're valuing a comic.
It's a thing that people do on Depop sometimes, where they put the shipping up as a way to be like, oh wow, it costs that much, but they're charging you more, which is a rip-off.
And what's this for when you're buying?
Like clothes and stuff.
So clothes.
Yeah. So I thought maybe it was a thing, but I'm realizing eBay probably doesn't let you get away with that.
So while it should be considered the shipping, because you will be paying some form of transport fee, whether it's meeting the person, whether it's going into the store, and these things don't often get put into it because they're more, especially if you're meeting someone or going into a store, it's more a part of the experience itself. Whereas if you are just hoarding it from home, you like, and I include the cost of shipping into the cost of every comic I've ever purchased.
Yeah.
That being said, did you have to pay to get into this Clunes Book Festival?
Yeah.
So that
How
needs
much
to be
was it?
factored in. No, you don't have to.
It's like $30 or something.
Was it actually?
Yeah,
There you go.
I could be
So
wrong.
things like that. These weren't all you got. You also got books because you like books,
Yes.
not just comic books.
Yeah.
So technically, like half of the cost of that would need to be added onto this.
Yeah. I bought like $30.
Where'd you go? Where was Clunes? How far from your house?
Ballarat, so 2.5 hours away.
It was a 2.5 hour travel. That being said,
Accommodation.
You went with your friend.
Yeah, it's all the
It
experience.
was all for an experience.
It was very
Yes.
fun, and I liked it because I didn't until the very end. I had only found one book, so if I wasn't the comic person, I would have walked around with one book, going, "Why can't I find any others?" And then I found 4 at the very end. So this was a good way to, even as a group, my friend and her mother felt like we were as a team, kind of finding something.
Well,
So
there
that was
you
fun.
go. Yeah.
They were learning too. It was good. They were learning the wrong information though. I was hyping it. I was like, "It's a gold mine out there. Look, $30, $50."
What did you think was worth $50 out of
I
curiosity?
think some of the Wolverines I thought were doing really well on.
Okay.
And
Some of them are very clean. You could do a profit, but I don't think you can do more than like a $5 profit on
it
them.
was because of the shipping. I'm never going to do it again.
No.
Don't worry.
So what did you learn? What have we learned today?
What did I learn today?
Yes.
To actually open it up, to get it out of the plastic, because I didn't do that with any of them.
Mm-hmm.
To like look for water damage, and to kind of not overestimate it. Like I think for me, a lot of the time I'd look at the highest, and even though I knew it wouldn't be fine or whatever, I'd be like, I just chop $5 off that.
But were you looking to get deals on things, or were you looking for cool comics, or were you looking for expensive comics that you wanted to collect?
I wanted to find things I would make a tiny profit off and be like, ooh, because even like $2, I'm like, yeah, like I wasn't trying to make a big profit. And I was trying to find ones that we had spoken about, like Spider-Woman and Booster Gold, and things that I was trying to impress you with, things that I knew that you knew I have learned. Like the Watcher, I was like, I know the Watcher. I think I'm cool. But a lot of it was pretty covers. And there weren't that many I loved when I was there, because I'm picky.
Another thing would be staples, staple rusting.
Yeah. Where are the staples on this one?
Oh, they're buried.
Oh my God. They're long gone. It was interesting though, because I probably went to 5 different people. So it was interesting. And most of the piles were like, I was going through 10 comics and that's all they had.
Sure.
And then I was buying like half of them at times. So for them, they were really surprised to see me be like, this one. They're like, oh wow, okay. I didn't think they were going to sell them, and this is why.
Sure.
Because they probably knew this.
Oh, fair enough. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I've really enjoyed having like looking through what you thought were gold mine purchases, and also to know that you're never allowed to buy comic books
On my own.
in terms of a speculative.
Unless they're very pretty, then they're pretty, whatever, who
You're
cares?
welcome to buy whatever you want, whenever you want. This has been really fun. We
Yes.
might do it again in the future or
Yes.
even next year.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to do one op shopping, but there's not that many comics when op shopping.
Yeah. There is one place in Chapel Street,
Yeah.
but they are very weird with one. They'll open the keyed gate to show you the comics, and then they'll stand over you while you go through them.
Which isn't really the fun experience that you're expecting.
No, it's very weird, and they're extremely overpriced. Things like that would cost that Wolverine comics, because they're neat, and Wolverine, they charge $12.
Yeah, like yeah.
And it's literally like, where have you found this? It's almost like you set the price.
Yeah.
It's like, these are bargains. What are you talking about? $20 for these.
Wolverines in movies.
There's no shipping involved. The shipping was $40. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something too about what not to buy and what to buy. If we've learned anything, I'd say that it's, in terms of recent comics, don't get scrappy covers, scrappy books.
Yeah,
in
if it's from
general.
the 90s, it shouldn't be.
If you know it's a key of some sort, scrappy can be okay. It's up to you. Avoid watering, rusting, massive bits of tape. Check the books before you buy them. Even I've done it a few times where I haven't opened a plastic sheet only to find the staple was detached or something
Yeah,
off.
it's just held together well.
Yeah, but that's a learning curve that even I went through 10 years ago, kind of thing.
I'm beginning my journey now.
Yeah.
Year 1.
But other things would be collect what you want, buy what you want, and you did today with Catwoman.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and a few
The Wolverine
others.
one.
Yeah,
Just
well,
the
the
couple
Wolverines are
ones.
great. I'm
Yeah,
a
they're
big
so
fan
cool.
of them. I think they're objectively good.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time on The Comic File.
Yes, bye.